welcome to my channel. So today we're in Liverpool because we knew that the Queen Anne was coming, so I booked a day off work and Gary's got a day off anyway. As you can see, there's the light of the building. So we're coming here to take a look at the Queen Anne cruise ship and let's have a look. This is just a quick look here. We are going on the ferry. There she is, beautiful ship. We're going to take a walk alongside of it if we can, as close as possible. And then we are going to go on the ferry where we'll see the best view of her, really, won't we? Like we did last time with the Queen Mary. Yeah. We're all wet, but we don't care, it's a great day. Keep watching. Wow, look at that beautiful ship. Beautiful, isn't it, Adrian?
Huh?
Isn't it beautiful, Adrian?
It's massive. It's absolutely massive. I know it's the latest one what they've got. I think it were done last year, wasn't it? It was last June, wasn't it?
We don't even care about the rain, just to see this beautiful ship.
Yeah, it's got all the light racks on there, so...
Doesn't look like there's got to be so many for all the people, does it? Really?
But actually, there is quite a lot more. There's probably got some more on the other side, of course.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Oh, look, they're loading. Is it? Oh no, people coming up, aren't it?
It's like they're loading new stuff on there, you know.
Yeah. Beautiful ship, that. So big.
Yeah. That bullshit thing. It must be some sort of like radar thing.
Oh, that's radar, yeah.
Oh.
All the noise is coming from the ship. Oh, 100 Delight Liverpool.
Look at the Titanic.
Oh yeah.
Well,
I think all modern ships are bigger than Titanic.
Yeah, it's a Titanic.
Gary's just said about all these lifeboats. You don't think that there's going to fit all these people on, do you?
I don't know when you can get in them. When you can get in.
I don't know.
Because obviously now they have to fit them to capacity. Right?
Yeah. Beautiful.
I think they have to fit them to like what's on board.
When we go on the ferry, it runs alongside of the ship. So and then it goes ahead, so you can see in front of it.
Right.
And obviously, when it's coming into port,
you can see all back.
look at the coastline, and you'll see it just resembles a little New York, where you just see the sea, water, and the big tall buildings.
But yeah, when that parade was really like yesterday, they were tooting on that, and it got it all.
Oh God!
And like, so
wish we'd have been there. And we reached the back of the Queen Anne, which is nice, but it's not as splendid as the front of the ship. So we're just looking at this here. I think we used to be able to stand here at one point. But there she is, the beautiful Queen Anne, sailing tonight. If we could stay and watch, we would do, but we can't. Bit murky today. Adrian loves us. Look, there he is, Mr. Adrian.
Yeah,
very shy on the camera.
I am. I'm shy and retired, to be fair. I'm still. Do you know what? I'll be honest with you. I'm still tired from yesterday.
Oh,
after the.
You wouldn't think so, actually.
After the wonderful parade in Liverpool.
You wouldn't think so.
Which was great. It was really great. Apart from obviously the event at the end, which was not what any of us expected. To be fair.
There is the ship. Can't see because of the big boy's umbrella.
I know it's raining. I'm keeping my hair dry.
Why?
Because I don't want to get my curls wet. That's why.
He doesn't want to get his curls wet.
My curls wet. Oh, do you know what? I'll overlook it all when it's fun.
Let's go, darling.
Yeah, let's go and sit ferry.
Go on to the ferry. Why are you going down there?
It's this way.
We're going this way.
I was showing that.
Oh yeah, you was, yeah. Go on then, we'll go this way.
He's a right bossy man. Do you know, I'll tell you something though, it's a lot quieter than yesterday. It feels very different today.
It does.
There was such an atmosphere though yesterday, it was really big, it was massive.
Yeah. You say that a lot, to be fair. Are you Irish?
Irish. No, it was massive. It was, to be fair, to be sure. It was massive. Imagine.
They said sure, I don't know.
And then I've come today and I've got it on again. I think there's a trend in the pattern for me.
We're going to the
do you know
ferry?
These ferries do like party ferries and all, don't they?
They do everything. Isn't that just a beautiful building? Take a look at that building. And on the early photographs, you'll see that.
Get your live bird at the top. There you go.
There you are.
That big bird at the top.
The big bird. Oh, me back.
I think all these buildings are nice though.
Oh yeah, it's really nice when it's sunny, you know.
Oh no.
But at least people do still come out when it's raining.
Yeah. I bet this was packed all the way though in summer. You can imagine about all day.
Well, they all skateboard on it, don't they? It's so flat.
Yeah.
There is you can actually go in that tower up there, but you have to. It's a payment going up, but you have to climb up about 100 steps, I think.
What for?
But go up top of that tower or the small one there.
Oh, can you go up?
Yeah. Have you done what you done, Hamson?
Oh yes.
Cunard reports, is there now?
Nice dash.
I said Cunard reports, is there? They're all good here, aren't they? So literally that's like three streets back where we were.
Yeah.
My God, that's scary.
The incident where it took place.
Yeah.
That's scary though. I honestly didn't know we were that close to it.
Now we're going to go on the ferry. We've had our drink. Now it's the ferry. Come with us. Me and Gary are going on the ferry now.
On the ferry?
There's Adrian with his trolley. Doesn't want to get his curls curling wet. He's not a tough like us, is he?
No. I'm not.
You're not a tough nut like us.
I'm a tough one. I don't want to get too. There's limits.
It's not even that wet. No. What about so we're going now? So we're going at the front, at the back first, so we teach you.
Yeah.
So we're going upstairs. Oh, these old bones getting up here. Oh. We know from experience that it's good here. Me and Gary on the ferry now, and we're going to do a tour around the Mersey. And there, what we got, a beautiful building there. And that way is Queen Anne. So we're going to get a real good bird's eye view of that stunning ship. And we're wet, but we don't care. Just seeing a lot of mist on the water. There it is. Might even go through that. There's a ventilation shaft. Cargo ship. And over there, Gary says that's another ventilation shaft. And there's another one which is near the two buildings. But I can't show you because we're actually going to go. Oh. Gonna see his beautiful ship now, and here we go. Getting ready. We're off to see the Queen Anne and around the River Mersey.
Welcome aboard one of the most famous ferries in the world. Please pay attention to the emergency procedure notices displayed around the vessel.
Of course, we have to listen to the emergency procedures.
You will hear 7 short blasts, followed by 1 prolonged blast on the whistle. If you hear this signal, please make your way to the life jacket assembly points, following the assembly station direction signs displayed. The crew will be on hand to give instructions and advice. Please note that smoking, including the use of e-cigarettes, is not permitted on any part of the vessel. And for your own safety, we also ask you not to stand on the seats or sit on the ship's rails. We ask cyclists to alight after all foot passengers have left the vessel. Please be aware that at low tide, the link-span passenger bridges will be at a steep angle. This time of day is called low water. You may have difficulty if you have reduced mobility,
Off
so
we
please
go.
ask for help if required, and take care. Photography and filming may take place during this cruise, and may be used for the purpose of promoting Mersey ferries online.
Oh, we sure
and
will.
on social media.
Gorgeous ship.
Good
Beautiful.
afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome on board the Royal Irish the Mersey. My name's Richard, and I'm going to be your Blue Badge tour guide, giving you the commentary as we travel on this wonderful River Explorer cruise today, to take in some of the sights and the landmarks of the River Mersey, but also say a nice warm Liverpool hello to our honoured guest, the HMS Queen Anne, the newest ship of Cunard's fleet, who is moored up currently at the Liverpool cruise terminal. So we will be taking this opportunity to go around on the ferry and have a close look at the Queen Anne and get an opportunity to get some wonderful photographs of the ship with the backdrop of Liverpool behind her. With the
Beautiful.
three graces of
Everybody should
Liverpool
come and have a
waterfront
little ride on the ferry, especially when there's a ship in.
because of course Liverpool
Take a
is
look.
the spiritual home of Cunard. From this city in 1840 with the very first Cunard ship set sail, and Liverpool is also the godmother of the Queen, and the toilets are located towards the back of the boat. So if you need them, that's where they are. And now we're coming up alongside the Queen Anne, so you've got fantastic opportunities from unusual photographs now. And if you wave at the very, very expensive cabins, you might be able to hear the jewellery rattling. Cunard, of course, nowadays is a name that's associated with luxury, and this is a luxury cruise liner. I was looking it up this morning to see how much it costs to go on board. There's somebody waving to us, just up there. Give them a wave. Hello. For the next cruise
Got good eyes on me.
book a cruise down to Spain and Morocco. For one of the cheaper berths, you have to pay up to £1,600 about that price. For the most expensive ones, which are called the Queen's Grill Suites, you'll be paying £7,000.
Expensive.
Although, if you do pay £7,000 for the suite, it comes with a free butler. So, if you can't be bothered to open your own packet of crisps,
Oh, to the Isle of Man, yeah.
Just alongside us on the right hand side, we're going to talk about the right hand side first. You'll see the Manana, which is the catamaran that goes to the Isle of Man. This is the Isle of Man ferry terminal. Now, Cunard has been around for 185 years. The Isle of Man Steam Packet Company has been around for 195 years. It was founded 10 years earlier than Cunard. The largest brick-built warehouse in the world. And actually probably still is, because nobody's built another brick warehouse since. Everything's concrete and steel now. It said there are 27 million bricks in that warehouse.
Wow.
Twice you counted
There's
them
that warehouse
I'm
there.
not entirely sure, but that's what they say.
Wow.
So Everton's
It
new
just
stadium
doesn't
on the
look as
Bradley Moore
big,
Dock.
I mean.
It was announced week before last that it's actually got naming rights given to a local Liverpool company, Hill Dixon, which is a local some of Titanic's lawyers basically.
And we're turning
I
right
hope that
now.
doesn't bode well for Everton.
We can just see the ship in the distance, and there's some sea mist.
As we turn
All
around
river
now, you
mist.
get a lovely view looking down the River Mersey. You'll see the modern port of Liverpool. Unload their cargo onto smaller vessels, which will then go down the Manchester Ship Canal, delivering goods inland to motorway hubs and rail hubs inland.
And there we go. That's the new Docklands. Whoa, it's a bit wobbly, everybody.
Let's turn around now. You see we are turning around in the river, and the Wirral side of the River Mersey is coming into view. Now, Mersey is a very old name. It goes back to the Anglo-Saxon times, and it means boundary river. Because traditionally the Mersey was the boundary.
It just
between
looks
the
like a
English
little New
and the
York.
Welsh,
It really does.
or the Wallace, as they were known. Up until quite late on, there was only one building on the foreshore, a little tumble-down tavern known as Mother Redcap's. Mother Redcap wasn't just the landlady, she was also the fence. She sold and smuggled goods. And if you noticed Mother Redcap, she would have noticed it had a weather vane. It comes from the fact of a much older boat, which was just called the Iris, and its sister ship, the Daffodil, which were both Wallasey ferries. In the years of the First World War, they found themselves pressed into action at a raid at a place called Zeebrugge on the Belgian coast. The idea there was basically
these are the ventilation towers for the River Mersey, the underground underneath the River Mersey.
It was opened in the 1970s and it linked Liverpool to Wallasey. We often call it the Wallasey or the New Tunnel in Liverpool. And the idea of this building is basically inside the building are two enormous fans. One is pumping out all the fumes and from the traffic in the tunnel, and the other one's pumping in fresh air the other way. So that's why it's got the two big grills on either side of it. They're basically just where the vents are for the fans. And the big tower in the middle is obviously to suck all the air up it.
It looks like a spaceship, doesn't it? They're going to take
But to me, it always has reminded me of a big old hi-fi system. We're now coming into Seacombe, which is the Wallasey ferry terminal. You can get off at Seacombe if you want. However, if you want to stay on and go back to Liverpool, please do stay seated on the boat. We wouldn't want to abandon you over here. If you want to get off at Seacombe, you could visit the Eureka Science Centre, which is a kids' science investigation centre that is in the ferry terminal. And if the weather was much nicer, I would advise you go for a lovely walk along. Welcome to the HMS Queen Anne, Cunard's latest ship, and the ship that has the city.
There's a cargo ship over there.
So
Bye-bye,
if you want to get a
Cunard.
picture of the Queen Anne with the line buildings and the other Liverpool waterfront buildings, I suggest you go to the left-hand side of the boat now, the port side for you landlubbers, and you get a beautiful view of the ship with the three graces next to it.
It is beautiful, isn't it?
Docks, but I didn't know it was right on top.
Yeah. The new Everton Stadium over there. Let's take a look at it.
Bramley Mar dock it is.
There it is, yeah.
I knew it was near docks, I didn't know it was right. Oh my god, it's massive.
It's massive. Take a
I
look
wonder
at
if
it.
those where they can't see us from it.
I've got it all on
One
this
of the
one.
very first travellers on the Britannia was
I like looking at all the weight of the ferry.
a lot of books. Went to
the ferry.
American book tour. Went across on the Britannia. Found it so upsetting it was very seasick.
Right at the back of the ship. The ferry. So take a look at Birkenhead. Take a look at the new docks over there. That's the new docks. The new Everton Stadium. And everything else that's so brilliant about Liverpool.
Traditionally, Cunard ships were named with the Ania engine.
Go and take a look at this cargo ship.
Well, the more recent ships have been named after queens. So the Queen Anne that you can see in front of you now is the latest queen in the Cunard fleet.
It's very loud, so I'll have to do this voice
Queen
over.
Elizabeth, the Queen Mary, and the Queen Victoria.
And here we are with the cargo ship.
She's actually a ship that celebrates women's empowerment, and that was signified by the fact that when she was christened, there were 5 local women who pressed the button to christen her and name her Queen Anne. And even more impressively, the first captain of the Queen Anne is also the first female captain in Cunard's history. She's a lady called, and I always get her name slightly wrong, Inga Klein Thorhauger. She's from the Faroe Islands, and she'd been working at sea since she was 16 years old and worked her way up through the company and eventually became the first female captain in Cunard's history. So quite an achievement.
And that's a big cargo
On the
ship.
right hand side, we're just going past the what we call the 12 Keys, which is the Birkenhead terminal basically. And these vessels that come in here tend to be the ferries that go over to Dublin and Belfast. They're mostly cargo ferries that take lorries and that sort of thing. They do take some passengers as well. So if you look on board, you'll see the big lorries that are...
Oh yeah,
up
there's
on
the
there.
big lorries loading on board. That's the back look of it.
We'll talk more about the buildings on the Liverpool side of the river when we come back that way. So we're now going to head down towards the Tranmere terminal, past Birkenhead.